Well, hello everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to At Lafayette Live here on Monday, August 18th, 2025. As always, thanks so much for joining us here on a Monday afternoon, early evening. It's always so gratifying to see everybody jump in the chat and let us know where you're from and that you spend an hour of your time with us every Monday finding out what's going on here in the greater Lafayette area. You know, we always talk about development news, fun things to do, real estate, home tours, all sorts of fun things. But if you've never been here before, like I said, go drop your name in the chat or location. Let us know where you're watching from. It's always fun to see where people are watching from. Like I said, we're here in the greater Lafayette area. My office that I'm sitting in is just a little north of town, actually. And we sell real estate everywhere here in Lafayette and West Lafayette, unincorporated Tippecanoe County, and Warren County, and Fountain County, and Benton County, and White County, and I'm going to leave people off here, Monticello and Battleground. If you love home here in the greater Lafayette area, whether you're looking to buy your first house, upsize to the next bigger house, downsize now that the kids are off at college, out on their own, I'd love to be your local Lafayette real estate resource of choice. Please go to the LafayetteReal.com/YouTube and fill out the form and let me know how I can help you out. And then also all of my contact information is on the graphic right here below. But yeah, it's sometimes a little hard to keep up with the chat when it really moves fast. So thank you everybody for dropping in today, wherever you're watching from. We're going to jump right in. Got, as always, a lot to talk about here in the greater Lafayette area. And first up, ZF, which owns the TRW plant, which is a drivetrain parts plant, announced last Friday that they are going to close the factory later on this year. I'm looking for the exact date. Let's see. I thought I had the date here, but I am not finding it. But the city is going to bat, and the UAW Local 531 as well are going to bat with the owners, with ZF. They're a German-based manufacturing conglomerate. But ZF has basically said that they got to close the plant by March of 2027 because they just don't have the customer base to support it. I don't know, of course, the precise parts that they make there. I don't know of who they're selling their steering components to, if it's one of the major Detroit auto manufacturers. But whatever the case might be, their business isn't supporting this, and they're saying that no matter the case, no matter the tax credits we might give as a community, there's just nothing that's going to keep that factory in business. So that is sad news for all of the people that work there. They're going to keep their engineering services center on site, which employs 160 local people here in the greater Lafayette area. So that is better than nothing. The plant employs about 200 people. Sad news. I will say that, maybe that this is a site that's ripe for redevelopment. Perhaps this is no longer a factory and gets torn down and remediated and becomes housing. It's right along the North 9th Street corridor. It's kind of sandwiched between 9th Street and Canal Street, so it doesn't have river access, but it certainly feels like part of that redevelopment that could be happening throughout the Wabash River corridor here in the Lafayette area, and then the revitalization that's going on that's started really 20 plus years ago in the downtown area, and really feels like it's ripe to start stretching north into the north end and out into River Road and continuing developing out there. So I'm immensely sad for those 200 folks that are going to lose their jobs with this plant closure. But if it's going to happen, let's as a community start talking about what's going to come next. And if you've got some thoughts about that, good or bad, drop it in the chat right now. And if you're watching this later on, drop it in the comments. And while you're doing that, hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss a moment of all the videos that we put out here on the Lafayette Reel, and every Monday at 7 o'clock, as you're watching now on At Lafayette Live. So that was some downbeat news to start this week's show with. We're going to move on to controversial news. There is a solar farm project that has been before the Area Plan Commission and Tippecanoe County Commissioners eventually for rezoning out on the western part of Tippecanoe County. They want to put in a 1,791 acre solar project. And the community really pushed back against this and said, you know what, this is not the right location. We're not interested. But GeneX and RWE Clean Energy, who is the company behind the Rainbow Trout Solar Project, have said, you know, we want to do this, and the landowners that they're going to be leasing from want to do this. So this is really a debate about landowners' rights, property owners' rights, and the rights of those in the community around them. The companies hosted an open house where they announced that they would have 22% fewer solar panels in the project than it was originally announced for. But the feelings and the feedback that we're getting and hearing from community members that live in the area or that have some opinion about it is that this is not enough. My takeaway from this, and if this affects you and I'm putting this wrong, please correct me. But the feeling that I get is that it's a little bit of an all or nothing gambit for these folks, that this is just the wrong technology in the wrong location and they want none of it. So for some, the end game is put a stop to it. But this company, GeneX, has come back and said, you know, we've tried. RWE has said, you know, we're trying. And these landowners that want to maximize the profits from their land and choose to offer solar panel farm rentals as opposed to farming have made this choice. So is it their choice what they do with their land? The big debate about we should maintain land for farming certainly seems to hold water. However, if the farmers don't want to farm the land, if the landowners don't want to farm the land, then what? And also, what are the crops that we're growing? Quite a lot of corn here in Indiana is field corn. Some of it goes to feed livestock herds. Don't get me wrong, that's very, very important. I enjoy eating a good cow. I'm sorry to you vegetarians out there, but I do love a good steak. So that's important, but a good percentage of our field corn goes to ethanol. And ethanol might be a bridge to cleaner technologies in the future, but it is an immensely expensive way to create gasoline for internal combustion engines. So is it the highest and best use to be farming that field corn? Maybe not. Maybe, but these are the debates that the community is having. The Board of Zoning Appeals has a hearing on August 27th. So we'll be paying attention 2 weeks from now to see what BZA says. My guess is that this will go forward because the BZA is going to have to balance, I think, give greater weight to the property owner's rights. And this property and this project fell within the zoning guidelines when it was submitted. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't guarantee it, but that's what my little personal crystal ball says. But tell me what you think about that. Are you for this? Are you against it? Are you completely against it? You just want it to go away? Or what terms would make this acceptable to you? Let me know. Drop it in the chat right now or drop in the comments below. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss a minute of our follow-up to this topic and many more here on At Lafayette Live and the Lafayette Reel. And if you would love to find home here in the greater Lafayette area, I'm Jeff Gooch with the Russell Company, powered by At Properties, and I'd love to be your local Lafayette real estate resource of choice. Go to the LafayetteReal.com/YouTube, fill out the form, and let's go find your perfect home or sell your home to find your next home. Moving right along today, this is one that I'm going to tell you, go do your own homework. But here's the headline. Purdue's provost on enrollment, DEI cuts, student visa questions, and more. If you are not a subscriber of Dave Bangert and his Based in Lafayette reporting project, let me tell you, boy, you are missing a local treasure. Dave is a longtime journalist, reporter here in the Lafayette area that is off on his own now. And for anybody who decries the lack of local journalism from any of the major media companies that own all of our local newspapers and TV stations, this is the solution. Local people caring about local news. And I use Dave a lot as a resource to inform my own information that I'm giving you. I am not here reading his words word for word. He is one of several sources that I use, but he is definitely a good one and an important one. And outside of the news that I bring you, I enjoy all of his content. But the reason that I say that is you should go subscribe. Go to basedinlafayette.com and subscribe to Dave Bangert's local Lafayette area reporting and go read this article, Purdue's Provost on Enrollment, DEI Cuts, Student Visa Questions, and more. Purdue has been tight-lipped, and Purdue is notoriously tight-lipped about news, especially when it comes to controversial issues in general. And all of those issues that are in the title, they've been almost radio silent on. And Dave has gotten the number 2 man, essentially the COO, the Chief Academic Officer, Provost Patrick Wolf, to open up about some of these topics. Now, does he lay all of his cards on the table in all cases? No, of course not. But if you want to find out more, go check out Dave Bangert. See what he got Purdue Provost Patrick Wolf to tell him about these controversial issues like enrollment, what the admitted class is going to look like this year, what sort of housing pressures Purdue is going to face in the West Lafayette and Greater Lafayette area are going to face as a result of their admission sizes. DEI cuts, whether you're for or against it, they're facing it and having to deal with it. How they're dealing with student visas, and a whole lot more. Go check them out, basedinlafayette.com. And Dave, if you're watching, I love you, man. You do great work. Thank you so much for all that you're doing here in our community. So that's basedinlafayette.com. Go check it out. And as soon as you're done checking it out, hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss a moment of all of the great reporting and information we bring you here on the Lafayette Reel. We got a bunch of development news this week. The Area Plan Commission meets this Wednesday, 2 days from this live broadcast, for their monthly meeting. And the Area Plan Commission is this group that has representatives from all the local area government entities, and they help drive development in the area. They set the zoning, they set the plans for land usage. They have representatives from the Tippecanoe County Commissioners, the Lafayette City Council, I said that one already, the Lafayette Mayor, the Lafayette City Council, the West Lafayette Mayor, the West Lafayette City Council, the Battleground Town Board, the Dayton Town Board, and the Clarks Hill Town Board. So all of our local governments have a seat on this board, and they help make decisions and guide development here in the area. They have their monthly meeting this Wednesday, and there are a few things that I want to flag for us to bring to our attention that we're going to talk about the results of in the coming weeks, months, and years as some of these projects become real and start coming to fruition. First up on the agenda of things that we want to talk about is the Everwood subdivision, which is a brand new subdivision that is going to be built west of 231 South and south of 500 South, called Everwood, and they are meeting the Area Plan Commission this week to get their major preliminary approval. They've already had all of their approvals to move forward, and now they're coming forward with drawings, and this will, get the project kicked off. So let me show you where this project is. Just bring the image up here. I think I got the right button. I'm going to try a different button. Let's try this one. I think this one will show you better. Here we go. So I'm on the wrong page. Oh, this is okay. My apologies. Give me just a second. For some reason. There it is. This is what we want. Here we go. Right here, 231. Here is 500. This is the new neighborhood that is going up. You can kind of see Shadeland up here, and if we pan over to this graphic, we'll see what this looks like. This had some amount of controversy attached to it. There was some debate over what the lot sizes were going to be up front versus in the back, but what they wound up with was lots 1 through 55 being 10,000 square foot minimum, these slightly larger lots. Then the yellow lots, the bulk of them in the back, lots 56 through 249, so about 200 give or take lots will be 7,500 square foot, slightly smaller lots. So that is first up on their agenda this week. And this is an Arbor Homes development. It has been approved, so now they are getting their first approval, detailed approval, now that they've got all their ducks in a row. So we will follow up on this, but hopefully this first step to some more new homes coming here to the Lafayette area. And if you want to find out the results of that, hit the like and subscribe button so that you get notified when we have updates to this story. Second off, for rezoning, they need the rezone on this. A new 6-story development in West Lafayette. They are seeking the developer, Tomish Developers, or Tomish, I'm not sure of the pronunciation there, in West Lafayette. This is going to be a 1.69 acre lot, 6-story multifamily apartment building containing a maximum of 285 units with 551 bedrooms, with the option to convert up to about 7,000 square feet of ground floor residential space to commercial use, and a 178 space 170 space partially below grade parking garage. This is bounded by Fowler Avenue, Vine Street, Wigan Street, and Chauncey Avenue. Let's take a look at their map and drawing for what this is going to look like. Fowler Avenue, Wiggins, Chauncey, Vine. So you can see Northwestern right over here. Here is Purdue University, so this is clearly more high-density housing aimed at the Purdue University student population. Yet another development coming online there. Let's take a look at the rendering. Yep, it's a big building, right? I mean, we're talking about 285 units. The notes on this one say, here's what they're going to take out. I had some notes here on what is coming out. Well, I guess I lost my notes. You guys doing all right? Having fun? All right, well, I thought I had made notes on that, but apparently I didn't. So there you go, more high-density housing coming to West Lafayette to serve the Purdue community's needs. What do you think about that? And if you need a home here in the greater Lafayette area, go to thelafayettereal.com/YouTube, fill out the form so that I can talk to you about home here in the greater Lafayette area, because I want to be your local Lafayette and West Lafayette real estate resource of choice. Next up in our discussion tonight, get my notes back up. There they are. Wrong screen. Another bit of development news. This one down in the southeast corner of the county. We have a request for 53 acres to be rezoned from A to R1, that's residential single family, 109 lot single family subdivision that is at the northwest corner of Dayton Road and 375 South. This is a part of Dayton that was recently annexed into Dayton. There's already a new-ish neighborhood kind of catty corner to where this one is, but Dayton is becoming a growing area. If you're not familiar with where I'm talking about here, I will show you the map for where this one is going to go. This is the this is the 53 acres where the 109 homes are going to go. Here is I-65. This is Indiana 38. This is exit 178 on the south side of Lafayette. Subaru's right over here up in the corner that you can't quite see. This is Dayton. This is the town of Dayton proper. This is the new development area of Dayton down here to the south, and it's going in right here. So that will be 53 acres, 109 lots. That's quite large for Dayton. I think it's similar to the development over on the other side of the road, but for those people that want to live on the south side but not be on the south side and want the slightly more small town feel of Dayton, if you need to be close to Subaru, this is going to be a great choice for you. And then I wanted to add one more bit of real estate news. You can call it development news. I got to pull these numbers up. Somebody sent it to me earlier today. Where is it? Did I accidentally delete it? Check my deleted items. I think I may have accidentally deleted it. Thanks for your patience, guys. I hope you're having a great week so far. I know it's... I cannot find the graphic, but that's okay. We don't need the graphic. I have the statistic. We talk a lot about real estate updates and what the market looks like here in Tippecanoe County in the greater Lafayette area. And one of the things that we talk about all the time, is what a balanced market looks like. And one of those theoretical numbers is the number of homes for sale at any given time. And in order for it to be a balanced market, the traditional understanding has been that it should be about 300 homes. We haven't been there forever and ever and ever, but as of this morning, we are there. We are just a couple above 300. So is it a balanced market today? Well, for an instant in time, based on that one statistic, it is. Now, will that number stick? Will we continue to have that number of homes for sale? Or is it a momentary blip? That's what's going to start to tell us. It's not just a single number. It's a trend that we're looking for. And it's not just that number by itself. It is not just the number of homes for sale. It's how long it's taking them to sell. It's how much are you getting for them in relation to your asking price, and numerous other factors. But it is one piece of data that we do use to illustrate points that is a readily available piece of data that we can pull quickly and go, look, this is an illustration. So if you're buying a house, if you're in a seller's market, then you need to come in with a strong offer. If you're in a seller's market, you need to come in with a strong offer as a buyer. If you're in a buyer's market, then the seller may have to accept whatever they can get for their house. In a balanced market, everything's kind of in tension to itself, and that's what our inventory says. Our inventory is going up a little bit because homes are sticking on the market a little longer. It's not so much that more homes are coming on the market, but they're not sticking long enough still to be historically long periods of time. It's definitely a little bit longer than it was over the last few years, but I thought it was an interesting statistic. It was not a statistic that I was looking to talk about today. We did our monthly market update last week, and again, we will have one again next month where we will be able to put some of those numbers into context and see if we're starting to develop a trend line. But a colleague of mine puts out some weekly numbers and sent that one to me, and I thought it was really, really interesting. So, if you're interested in one of those 300 homes here in the greater Lafayette area in Tippecanoe County, please go to the LafayetteReal.com/YouTube, fill out the form, and let's go check out one of those 300 homes, or 2 or 3 of them, so that you can make your choice. Or if you'd like to put your home on the market because you'd want to buy one of those, or you want to go somewhere else, also fill out the form, the LafayetteReal.com/YouTube. And when you're done with that, or right now, hit the like and subscribe button. At Lafayette Live is here every Monday at 7 o'clock, and on our YouTube channel, The Lafayette Real, we post new videos every day about fun things to do here in the greater Lafayette area. Real estate news, fun home tours, development news, everything that you need to know. So make sure you don't miss a minute of our content. Thank you so much for joining us again this week. We will see you next week, Monday at 7 o'clock for At Lafayette Live. Thanks, everybody, and have a great week.